these people claim to have some sort of, you know, waiver from me that allows them to produce a grant in these proceedings. Now, many times, you know, I've represented this matter and fronted up as a living man in the court, okay, to basically try and address the problem. And I'm finding it increasingly difficult because apparently I'm not a member of a bar association or any sort of law society either, so I can't get ready access to documents, nor do prosecutions make themselves readily available to me, okay, and there's no direct access via the public entrance, I suppose, to talk to these people. They work in their own little societal groups. They're part of their own guild. I'm not a part of that guild. There's no proof pertaining that I'm a citizen of New South Wales, nor a citizen of Australia. I was born under the 1899 Birth, Deaths and Marriages Act, okay, which holds a different seal under a colony. And I believe that these people here have an issue with the common seal, okay, under, again, High Court Orders 15A, that proves their validity to act in these matters. I believe they're acting under their own legislative authority as a corporation, and as such fall under the Corporations Act 2001.
You're still living in Suppression Street?
Am I living? I'm living in my body. At the end of the day, okay, if you're asking when my title's held, I hold no real estate whatsoever.
You can say real estate. Are you living in Suppression Street?
In what aspect do you mean living?
Residing.
Am I residing? Is he asking if I'm a resident of the state and I fall under the applications of some sort of body corporate?
Are you residing in Suppression Street?
I stay at Severn Street from time to time.
Did you hear something that happened on the 16th of November last year?
Have
a look at your paperwork.
Yeah, no worries. I try not to pay too much attention to it because I've got no contract with these people.
Is that what you hear this morning, something that happened on the 16th of November 2015?
I think it's alleged, yeah. It is alleged.
Now, I think you've been to court on a number of occasions, as far back as the 30th of March, the 20th of June, the 27th of June, and again this morning.
Yes, and I've just been served with fresh paperwork again. These guys love to dance. You know, at the end of the day, I view this as an aggressive form of contracting, and under Section 60 of their Trade Practices Act, you know, it restrains them from this sort of coercive contracting.
So is the situation unchanged from when you were last served? It's a plea of not guilty to everything?
I actually entered a plea of non-est factum.
Shown on this PNG, which I interpret as plea of not guilty.
Unfortunately, that is your right as an interpretation. I interpret it as a fundamental mistake in the contract, and that plea in itself requires the contract to be produced. You know, because at the end of the day, they're basically claiming I have some sort of account with them. Now, if you look at the brief of evidence, I've even entered a copy of that form of registration, that supposedly gives these guys some sort of controlling beneficial interest in a title. Okay, the reality is I'm the grantor of will of that title, and these people haven't produced any waiver whatsoever.
I think the allegation is not producing a license. Is that what it's about?
Yeah, a Road Transport Act. Now, as far as I can remember, because I was born a while ago, not too long ago, but a decent amount of time ago, road transport pertains to buses, trains and ferries.
And there's also a second statement.
There's another one, same day about prohibited...
Again, I apply the same contract under the Prohibited Weapons Act, and I'd like to point out, okay, the simple fact that the prosecution has gone at great lengths to shore up their case in this matter. Okay, if you actually look at the prohibited weapon in the schedules, it allows a child to carry one, but not an adult apparently. Now, the police officer in this matter, okay, I believe searched me illegally. Okay, he had no warrant no warrant to search me. He basically claims that he was exercising a power and that I was under arrest for a contractual obligation that I had, and I had a requirement to produce it. He never at any point discussed what that requirement was, and just simply stated that he has power under some statutory legislation or privilege given to him. Now, I believe that that power is repugnant to the Constitution because I looked that up under that law section as well, and it states quite clearly that this is a power exclusive to New South Wales. Okay, so I believe it's repugnant to Commonwealth law.
I'll be assigning you a matter to Court 5.3, which is just over that corner from start to finish already.
Yeah, sir, before we proceed, can I make it apparent that, can I basically make an appearance as a living man and the bailor of the script certificate to remove presumption in this matter? I'm the grantor of will in this, okay? And at the end of the day, these guys claim to have sort of beneficial, interest in that will due to some body politic, which creates a corporation and a body corporate, that they claim I'm a part of.
You can argue all those matters. 5.3.
Yeah, no worries. Just before I go to, can I have this matter heard before a jury? And I've also brought up the motion of 78B, matter for the appellate jurisdiction of the High Court, because I believe these guys are acting, ultra virus.
You can argue those matters about the High Court, the Constitution, jury trial, everything else biasly.
And is that another summary jurisdiction court, sir? I'm just not a law person.
Open courts of New South Wales, correct?
Yeah, so they applied under uni-joint principles as a tribunal of arbitration and acting as a court for the purposes of brevity.
Well, I haven't read the brief. I don't know anything about it. I'm just referring to the court.
Look, I'm sorry, sir. Pardon my, misunderstanding. Thank you. Oh, cheers. Reggie. You had a good one. How was that, bro?
Fucking brilliant. The only thing you didn't bring up is the, what styles of the books are in, what styles of the documents in.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, they're basically sending me off to another, court where I
okay, you need to ask that question. When you go in, you ask that question straight away. Well, can you look at the prosecution, look at the legal mob, and just say, can you please provide me what? Can you please provide me what styles the documents you presented to me are in? Because I believe these are not in accordance with the Australian Styles Manual. This matter has been put before Barnaby Joyce and George Brandis, waiting on their consideration. This matter has also been brought up in the federal court, in federal parliament, because these acts are what they're doing in New South Wales is in total contradiction to the our Commonwealth statutory rules. And under 85Q of the Crimes Act 1914, if these documents aren't in accordance with the Australian Styles Manual, it's a 10-year jailable offence for fucking giving false and fraudulent documents through the mail. Or not through mail, through post. Being delivered.
Sorry? Sorry, can you say that last bit again? I just got straight
about being delivered. Fucking go back to it.
Oh, the High Court orders about service of justice being delivered.
No. Let's go back into my email.
Well, basically, essentially, what I believe is the procedure that's been agreed to here, or assented to under the Governor, creates a bill of attainder.
And it's also a forged postal message if it's not in accordance with the Australian Manual of Styles, which is a 10-year jailable offence. And you will be getting them forensically tested by, just say you need the court to get them forensically tested. You believe they are fraud.
Yeah, okay.
And ask the judge when you get in there, just say, sir, any documents that has your name capitalised on it,
yes,
I believe to be fraud. So you're sitting there under your oath, and your name's capitalised on your oath.
Yeah,
you are sitting there in fraud. Therefore, this matter can't be heard by you. And you don't believe any magistrate's been sworn correctly in the state of New South Wales for over 30 years.
Yeah.
With the correct royal seal and assent.
Well, the simple fact that the 1902 Constitution of New South Wales was created after the Australian Constitution, and the insertion of Section 51, of the New South Wales Constitution is repugnant to the Commonwealth Constitution Act itself.
And there you go. Section 51 subsection 20.
Yeah. What's that one again?
That's, they're using that with the High Court rules. High Court of Australia, 11/2015. Queensland Rail. Okay?
So, sorry, repeat that again.
High Court of Australia. High Court of Australia, 11.
Yes.
2015.
Yeah.
In that, they found that if you're to have a ABN number and doing something for profit, you fall within the scopes of the Commonwealth law, not state law. And it abolishes all state law under sections 51,
20.
subsection 20.
Okay. Too easy.
Okay?
All right.
Because that, and if they turn around and just turn around and say, have all your documents, have they actually got a judge's name on them, or have they only got a court registrar's name?
Yeah, well, that's where they're in breach of High Court Orders 33.
Okay, so they only got the magistrate, they only got a justice of the peace's name, with no judge's name, yeah?
What?
All your documents, no judge's names on them.
No, just police officers' names, senior constables.
Okay, now, High Court of Australia, 1946. No.
Uniform tax case?
No, 1946. Michael, fuck your thing. 1946.
Did you like my twist on the bailiff?
Yes.
You know, I'm the bailiff, if you sign bailiff for this title, you know, under an act of an absolute gift.
There you go. 1946. That case states that they've got to have stamps on those fucking summonses, yeah? From the court.
Yes. Yes, there's only one from the New South Wales Police on a statement of record.
Okay, well, I'd be turning around and say, well, I've turned up here under threat of being locked up by these so-called criminals, these so-called peace officers. They threatened to lock me up and take my property from me. And under the High Court of Australia, 1954, they're meant to have a thing from a judge. Because even in that case there, the High Court case, it states that
Hang on 2 seconds, brother. I'll just quickly find out. What's going on is the judge at lunch or something. Are we having a recess or? Sorry? A TV screen. Fantastic.
oh, it's gonna be heard by a fucking screen.
So what's coming on the screen? What's the screen for? So what's the screen for? Is it to display of evidence or somebody's going to be turning up via TV? Yeah. Okay, no worries. Can I get some more water anywhere? Madam, is there some tap in here where I can refill my jug? Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Oh, mate, you've got to look after all Australians. The constitutional guarantee and access to water.
Section 100.
100, I think it is.
It is.
Is it okay? Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry, I'll take it. This with me. I'm just going to quickly zip out and grab a drink because I'm parched. You know, had a bit of a big night last night, and I need a bit of a drink. Oh, I don't want to touch her water, mate. Yeah.
So what are they putting the screen up for?
Apparently they're going to show the video footage of the evidence. They want to enter it in the court.
Oh,
at the end of the day, they haven't entered it into evidence. They've given me the opportunity to view it, but they haven't actually entered it into evidence as itself. I haven't seen any notification that it will be entered into evidence. So I'm just on the phone with the council. So they've got a few issues here.
I believe so, mate.
Yeah.
Fucking, he would have spun when you just turn around and say, is this court under the Queen? Because this is a major concern, because this question's been raised in Parliament only yesterday, and the same questions about the validity of the documents being thrown around this courtroom is also in question, and that's also in front of Barnaby Joyce and George Vanders. Right?
Yeah, right. So we got section 120.
121.
121.
292.
292.
I think it's 192.
I
can't read the number.
No, that was 292.
No, it's 292 and 192, I believe.
292. Are you sure?
On my computer bar.
Sorry, bro.
No.
Cheers for hanging on through this, mate.
Names of organisations it should be.
Corporate typefaces.
Have you got corporate identities?
I've got corporate typography.
Go into your
organisational sub-entities, a corporate identity manual.
Corporate identity, that's the one. What page is that?
292 and 293.
Okay.
No? The simple fact that these guys run an ABN, brother.
Yeah, that's right.
Pertains to the fact that they're a corporate entity. And what was it? I can't remember. Was it the Allied Union versus Queensland Rail last year?
Yeah, that's 11, that's the 11,
11/2015.
Yeah, and that's High Court of Australia 11/2015, and that's also in that there states that if they're running a business for profit with an ABN, they fall under the scope of the Commonwealth, not state.
Yeah.
And that's in section 11, section 51, subsection 20.
Just remind me to when I start talking to remind me of the sections and subsections.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I won't remember that straight off. Cheers,
51, subsection 20, Allied fucking Union versus Queensland Rail. It's fucking pertinent. It makes all law, once they've got an ABN number and that, it makes state law repugnant. And they're providing a service for a profit.
Cross road from the State Library. Basically, the Royal Botanical Gardens, so the King's Lands. Yes, Queensland. There's a bit of an issue with Queen Lizzie. I think they proved in England that she's not the true monarch. Yeah, she didn't swear a proper coronation oath.
She didn't.
No, they found that the coronation stone that she was crowned on, was a forgery. This was proven by video evidence.
And there's a documentary on that, and there's actually a documentary done on it.
Oh, dude, mate, trust me, we'll be at the end of the day. The coins are issued by the Federal Reserve Bank because the Queen,
and that's why they have no crown on them any longer, bro.
Not on her instruction.
That's why they have
no
no
Crown Copyright Act and an act of bankruptcy. You know what I mean? And essentially, it's a mortgage on the title of Australia, the public assets. And that's why the Reserve Banking Act was brought in. Now what's happened is that Crown Copyright as per the 1911 Act, has been breached here, you know, by assigning human beings, okay, as goods or chattels in matters, okay, under the issue of titles, and you can clearly make it out under the styles that the document's written in. You know, the simple fact that they pertain to the final name first and all capitalise it, you know, attests to a corporate jurisdiction, okay? So they want the title first and they want the person after it, the man, as surety. Nobody's producing, okay, their bond, you know, for liability in this matter. You know, this is a commercial process.
Hey, Glenn,
As of last year, you know, by court decision, any corporation falls under the scope and jurisdiction of the Commonwealth, mate. The states can't make up things in this matter.
Brother, 2 seconds. The Income Tax Assessment Act 1936 makes it quite clear that a person is an offshore banking unit.
What was that? The
Income Tax Assessment Act 1936 makes it clear.
Is a unit for offshore banking purposes. And that's where the Reserve Bank gets involved.
100%, mate.
Well, they mean that a person. So basically a corporation can be a person, yeah? A body politic can be a person.
That's why you're appearing as a man.
Yes, and that, you know, I'm appearing as a man because at the end of the day, this is an issue with my title. That's why I put boldly first. That's the nominative noun. Okay, and under the Government Publishing Styles and Titles Act, you know, when you're referring to a name, you can only capitalise the initials. Okay,
and all documents, any documents,
and everything's lowercase. Now, the simple fact that the last name's put first as the primary nomination of this matter, you know, states that they're actually after the estate. The title as held by, under guarantee of a registered instrument by the state. And this is what I mean. You know, there's a lot of
and it's a 10-year jailable offence.
When I'm asked, are you Mr. Glenn Bowley? I've got to kill that presumption because the reality is Mr. Bowley, okay, is a rank, okay, I can't remember what page, but it basically pertains to a rank in society, okay, which is a military application.
On page 516.
What?
On page 516
Yeah? Well, mate, you can be a preliminary or post-preliminary. Okay? Yeah, you can get an order. Well, the rank structure is obviously an agreement you've entered into. You know what I mean? Like if you join the army, you're a lieutenant, you're a captain, you're a sergeant. How do I know? Yeah, well, I'm not ranked. At the end of the day,
I'm not a part of that system.
I'm not part of that system, mate. The Constitution guarantees under Section 51, Part 23A, that no social service shall be a form of civil conscription. It's that simple. You guys can't create a social service under an act of government and subscript it.
But at
the end of the day, this is what I mean. I've been trying to tell these people from the word go. I've been trying to get in touch with the Public Defender's Office to discuss this matter. Dude, I can't even get in touch with them. You know what I mean? Public access to the Public Defender's Office is a bit, you ring up, we can leave a message, can you make an appointment, they're always at lunch, no one's available to meet you, here's the address if you want to go, you turn up there, nobody's available. What the hell? You know, the public has no access to it. So this is totally an internal state matter. It's got nothing to do with members of the public because the road is basically an area of access. Okay, I'm from the country, I understand this. Guy lives over that side, he has a Crown licence to go across my land. Okay, under a common law right of passage, and this is ancient. You know, you can pick any text. You know, pick any text you want. You know, like, did Burke and Wills come across the highway patrol on the way, to check their camels?
But they're testing you. They're testing you, mate. They're testing you.
Yeah, so this is just it. I've tried many times to remedy this. I've even entered a plea of non-abstatement. Okay, please produce a contract in case I'm guilty of some sort of non-performance for an obligation due. You know, this is all titles and pertaining to a mortgage that I seem to have inherited under an act of succession. You know, under a document that was registered, not endorsed by me, and allocated as an absolute gift. Okay, I can't be held liable for the mortgages and fees and interest rates of from the past. And why am I being held subject to it? You know, and my claim to the property of the New South Wales government, You know, or is this some sort of body corporate deal, okay, where I'm supposed to be a resident and a tenant, okay, of their own lands and in breach of their bylaws? You know, and at the end of the day, where's the 100% vote for an exclusive use of common property to a third party authority? You know, the simple fact that all these officers are essentially what's deemed to be an Australian law enforcement officer now, occupying, you know, a position under a vacated office, okay, of the original common seal, all right, which is your crown and your unicorn. That's your justice here in all of Australia, okay, you know, pertains to what? Oh, you want to know what the unicorn is? Oh, the unicorn is the crown and the people. It's chained. That's why, if you actually have a look, the unicorn's got two crowns. It's got one on its head, it's got one around its neck that's chained to the ground, and that's the monarchy chained to the crown. Now, that one there is a corporate assign, okay? The other is it's registered on the SEC. The Queen of Australia is either a resident of England and thus repugnant to our sovereignty, okay, or is she B, okay, a registered instrument on the Securities Exchange Commission in America? And again, another situation. The simple fact is that the Crown, as a corporation, is acting under the laws of usufruct, okay, to occupy a land. And this is where the military rank comes in, because it's, you know, essentially an undeclared economic war of the world. Everyone's having a go. You know, the simple fact that these guys have allocated me aside, given me the rank of Mr., and try to address me as Mr. Bowley because my title's in with all the other titles in this battle. No. I'm just a little peaceful civilian off the side. I'm not a belligerent. The simple fact that the New South Wales Police Force have created what's known as a CNI number for me to register me as some sort of belligerent and thus, you know, guilty of, you know,
asking a question. Hey, Glenn.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to cruise now. I've got to go to the doctor. I'm heading into the doctor in about 5 seconds.
Okay.
So,
just 2 seconds. Can you send me those subsections? Thanks. I'm just talking to my counsel, sir. Who are you addressing? Can you define you, please? I'm only asking that you clarify some sort of ambiguity here. You've said you. Who are you talking to? The man? I'm not Mr. Bowley. I'm Glenn Jeffrey. Mr. Bowley's the title, and I will thank you to remain impartial in this matter. Are you inviting me to the bar table? Sir, I'm the bailor of that script certificate yes, I am. It's a script certificate. At the end of the day, is there a title there? These proceedings, okay, I do not consent to. I do not consent to a summary jurisdiction in this matter. I will come forward when you do me the politeness and the respect of addressing me by my name, Glenn Jeffrey.
Is Glenn Jeffrey Bowley?
It says Glenn Jeffrey, and that's how I've asked to be addressed, as per requirements of your styles and publishing guides, mate. You know, it's an act of courtesy. If you don't know what they are,
well, they're a government document, mate.
They're a government document, mate. Every action here pertains.
And any document that's not said in that.
Who are you? Who are you talking about? At the end of the day, you know, what place have you sworn and what bond have you provided? I believe I asked you a question. So you're refusing to answer the question, so nobody...
Walk out.
Yeah, I dismiss the matter then. Now, if you're not going to identify yourself, I dismiss the matter. Is that a threat? Is that a bill of attainder? I don't wish to leave the court. I wish to dismiss the matter right now.
Discharge.
What? Why? Because it's a commercial matter and you're not identifying which party you want to talk to. Do you want to talk to the title or do you want to talk to the man? Because at the end of the day, a piece of paper can't talk to you. Are you dealing with a man? Thank you. Do you accept that that man is living? Okay, and would there be an assumption that that man has an indefeasible claim on title to that title itself? Well, you don't have to understand it. I can explain it to you if you like. It's not up to me to provide legal advice to you.
Ignorance is no excuse for the law, Glenn.
Ignorance is no excuse for the law, sir. Do I have indefeasible title to that name? Are you removing me from a lawful proceeding in this matter? Well, I need to know in what capacity you need me to approach the bench. At the end of the day, I told you, I'm the bailor of this script certificate. A plea of non est factum has been entered. I am Glenn Jeffrey. I hold a title as an absolute gift of Bowley. And there is an issue with the validity of that document.
Under the styles and manual.
I have the given names of Glenn Bowley as a man. I do not consent to the proceedings at all, so I guess that's no participation.
Under Section 12A of the Crimes Act.
Under Section 12A of the Crimes Act, mate.
Yeah. Under Section 70, under Section 70.
Against the jurisdiction in this matter.
Under Section 70 of the Crimes Act 1914, they must provide disclosure.
I have the controlling beneficial interest in this matter. Well, my title is indefeasible. At the end of the day, what claim does the state have over my title that even produces an important controversy? Why wouldn't you not know? At the end of the day, is it a lack of knowledge or incompetence?
Don't take it out on the judge. Take it out on the prosecution. Is the prosecution?
I am Glenn Jeffrey. Okay, I wish to participate in the capacity of Glenn Jeffrey. Can you define person? At the end of the day, no, this is a matter of conciseness, okay, and I won't work with your ambiguity and I cannot be expected. I am refusing to leave until this matter is settled because I will not partake or allow any fraud.
Sir, under the Court Security Act, I'm now asking you to leave this court.
I need my stuff. What stuff? This stuff's sweat up. Okay, now, look.
Sir,
please don't touch me. Are you touching me? I do not consent to this assault. I do not consent to the assault. Okay, now, I'm out of the court.
Okay, now
I'm out of the court.
You to leave the building.
Why is that?
Because I'm asking you under the Court Security Act.
Do you have that authority? Are you a sheriff or are you a...
Yes, I did hear it.
Sorry, brother.
Thank you.
Hey, leave me alone. Don't touch my stuff at the time. No, I haven't. I'm talking to a person.
Yeah.
No, it's not recording, mate. It's a witness. And do not touch my phone. I do not give you permission to touch my stuff. Please. Man. Mate, what are you doing?
Glenn,
don't touch my stuff. I don't consent you taking my stuff. Okay? Stop twisting my arm. Stop twisting my arm. Assault! Assault! Please! Please don't knee me. Please don't knee me. Please don't grab my leg. I'm leaving the building.
you are going to give us that phone.
I am not going to give you the phone. It's a phone call. Do not make an attempt to take it from my person, please.
When you've breached.
I haven't breached shit.
No, he hasn't.
I haven't recorded anything. And I've got a solicitor on the other end, guys. Don't touch me and stop assaulting me.
Get his name.
Now you're under arrest.
No!
Police.
No, I'm not defending myself, bro. Let go!
Glenn,
Let go!
put your hands down.
Let go!
Put your hands down.
Let go!
Ready?
They're attacking me in an elevator, please, somebody else!
Ready?